sad day because tomorrow morning we will be leaving to go back to Canada for a few months. We would like to spend as much time as we can here um, so we can do the full 6 months over the winter, probably starting October at this point, based on how much time we've spent here already. So we're doing all the last minute cleanup. As you can see, my hair's still wet. I was doing a lot of dirty yard work and decided to take a shower after that. I'm doing a few loads of laundry. Mark is doing some additional yard work. And we literally came here intentionally to put up security cameras because the last time we were here, we didn't do anything about that. And after being away for about a month, we were a little bit concerned. I mean, likely nothing would happen, but um, one never knows. And it's not as though we have anything of any real value in this house as of yet. Not that I have anything of real value anyway. I mean, appliances and tools and a few things like that, but nothing that somebody, well, who knows? It depends on who the individual is, what they consider valuable. But anyway, that job is done. And, got up on the roof and sealed the chimney off. Well, closed it so nothing could fall in. We did find two little birds that I guess had come in through the chimney and were deceased in the house. So we want to make sure that nothing can come to that harm again while we're away. And we never saw that the first time we were here, which is strangely enough. And then I can tell you, nobody cleaned the inside of this house when we first came in here. But we didn't find any dead animals, but we don't want any surprises when we come back, so we sealed the chimney. And yes, we do have a fireplace, so they came down the chimney to the fireplace, probably flew around until they couldn't find their way out again. I'm going to miss my property. I hope that my property has enjoyed having us here. I hope that it feels that we are its people now. I've enjoyed exploring just the immediate surroundings, and perhaps in the fall I may have the courage to go further into the woods. I mean, we do have probably, an acre and a half here that maybe an acre that I have explored, maybe an acre and a half. I'm not very good with size. But so there would be at least another 3 or 4 acres of woods that I expect we're going to have a whole bunch of hickory trees and walnut trees and who knows, maybe a pecan tree somewhere in there, and maybe other surprises. We do have poison ivy, and I found that one of my subscribers had suggested that when I was standing by my pear tree, that behind me there might have been poison ivy on the trees, and I thought she meant the fence. There wasn't any on the fence, but she was right. There was poison ivy on the trees crawling up, and I didn't realize that they could climb like that. And so I ventured in. It was in the enclosure that used to be, a chicken enclosure, a dog enclosure, perhaps even a goat enclosure. I have no idea what it was. There was bedding there. It was a chicken enclosure for sure once upon a time. And I have found probably about 1, 2, 3, at least 4 dog houses on this property. 2 back there, one that we took apart right on this concrete patio. Yeah, it was in bad shape, so I wouldn't put a dog in there now. But I did go into that enclosure and I took my loppers in there and I did try to cut some of the ivy, the poison ivy, at the base. And I don't know if that'll do any good or just make things worse, but I did do that and hopefully keep it down. It's It's going to be a little bit of work taking care of the ivy. I mean, if we had a goat, we could put it in that enclosure and he'd probably take care of it real good, but that's not in the cards this year. So today is the day where we do the last checkups on everything, shut everything down, put everything away, um, dispose of any food. Well, probably, I've been very careful not to over purchase food that can't be frozen. We do leave the power on, but we do shut most things down. We shut the well down. We shut the hot water tank down. Now, I may even have a crabapple tree on this property, which is interesting. I don't know that I'm going to do much with a crabapple, but it would appear as though my fig tree has graced me with a almost ripe fig. I don't think this is quite ripe enough, but you know, I'm going to pick it anyway. And here is another one that's almost ripe. That one I'm going to leave anyway. Well, maybe I'll pick them tomorrow morning before I leave. So, yeah, unfortunately, they should be left till they're a little bit riper than that, but I don't have time. So I think the fig tree has graced me with a few figs before I leave. Well, let's see. Looks beautiful to me. I'm sure it could use a little more ripening, but I'm going to try this. I think I'm going to enjoy those. So Mark just noticed that I have tons and tons of figs on this tree. And I said, yep, I know. He said, you're going to need a ladder to get the ones up top. Well, maybe won't. Maybe we'll let the birds have some of them. This is a mission fig. I have determined that, which is nice. And it is one of those that do produce 2 flushes. So the early flush on the old wood and a second one on the new. And I just had a lovely taste of it. It graced me with one ripe fig before I left, and I think that there's a second one that is close to ripe, which I will save for the morning. I'm just trying to see now if I could find one more.